Hello, we're back today with the video called 10 tips to become a better FIFA player. There's a lot of tips to become a better FIFA player because it's hard when you're starting off to get into a game like FIFA. There's so many strategies you do because people come into FIFA and they start just sprinting, getting the fastest players and getting them passing the ball through to them and all this. Like, that's not going to work if you're playing in foot champs and stuff like that. So yeah, it's just not going to work. Like, our first tip is to have quick defenders. That's very big tip in FIFA, because if you've got Gary Cahill and I don't even know someone really slow anyway, you're going to get absolutely pummeled. I've got Mbabu in right back, class defender. He's very quick player. And then there's Akanji as well, quick as well. Moore is a bit less fast, but you've got Akanji beside him to sweep up that, and he's just like very level-headed. He's a very good player in the game. And Van Arnold, he's just really quick as well. Basically, so that's really it. Like, if you're going to have slow players, you're going to have to be great at like holding onto the ball, because if you lose the ball and your defenders are forward, you're completely fucked. Alright, the second tip is actually agility. I didn't even look at agility at the start of FIFA because I didn't really think it was a big deal, but agility is so important in this game. If you have low agility, it's literally like turning a truck. It's impossible to work with them. Trezeguet's agility is not that great, but I usually sub him on for someone like Ziyech, who can have that 92 agility, high agility, because when you're in a tight angle and all this, you need to have the agility to get out of it, because if you don't, you're just going to get tackled and it's not going to be fun. Like, 88 agility there on Witzel, high agility on all my players basically. I can't imagine playing with someone that low on agility. 99 agility, he's class. Kent is 99 agility as well. Like, if you have low agility, it's just not going to be fun for you really. Like, it's just going to be you trying to turn around, everything's going to be too slow, they're going to get the ball, run through and score. Okay, when I was playing against in foot champs, actually, I'd always focus on, like, if someone had Ronaldo, if someone had Messi, I'd always focus on them at the start. But then Ronaldo would just not get the ball. They'd just pass to someone like Kent, someone like Watkins, someone else that you wouldn't really focus on at the start of a game, and they'd score. So it's the third tip is basically just to not rely on, not like be afraid of one person. Just focus on the full team, because if you focus on the full team, you'll have more of a chance of stopping them than just focusing on one player and then the other player's getting the ball and pummeling you. So yeah. Okay, so we move on to the fourth tip now. The fourth tip is the drag back. It's the most effective skill in the game. If you have the ball over here on the wing and there's someone running beside you, like defender on your left, you can just drag back and he's completely on. You can sell him. Like, it's such a good skill to do. It's easy as well. Probably the easiest skill in the game, and it's probably, I'd say it's the most effective skill in this game this year. It's class. So basically all you have to do is hold R1 and hold your left analog stick back, and that just makes him drag it back and sends his man flying to the side. It's easy enough when you get the hang of it. Just hold the R1 button down, hold your left analog stick back, and you've done it. It's easy. Okay, my fifth tip today is play foot champs basically, because at the start of FIFA, when I was just playing normal division rivals, I wouldn't get, oh that was bad, I wouldn't just get like division 6, division 5 and all that. I'd be down in like division 9 and I wouldn't be able to get up because I wasn't used to playing with players that were getting better. Like, I was used to playing just destroying people down in like division 10, and then I couldn't get up even further because I was on a level playing field. If you play foot champs, you can play against like people in division 1, division 2, division 3, players that like you're gonna lose to, but by playing against them you're improving your game, and you can look back at your game after and just see where you could have improved, and then improve by what you were doing in that game. Okay, my sixth tip is to not put in aerial crosses, because it's basically a waste of time. It's a waste of time. In FIFA, if you put in an aerial cross, it's a waste of time, unless you've got Ronaldo in the box or something like that. But Otherwise, it's just, even for Ronaldo, it's hard to get onto them. Like, if you put them in, no one's going to get onto them. The defenders are rapid. People use quick defenders. That's one of my other tips, because it's just so useful. And then there's tall defenders, and they just run up and header it out. It never works. If you're going to put in a cross, I'd say do a double tap along the ground ball. But that's only if the defender's away back and your guy's in the middle and he's there for a tap in. But otherwise, just do not put crosses in. Okay, we'll move on to the 7th tip. My 7th tip is to do SPCs. Do as much as you can, because SPCs, you can get the best cards, the best packs, pack everything. I'm going to show you my team now. My team, De Gea. Starting off in goal, De Gea. He's an SPC. Mbabu, he was a daily objective. They're all untradeable players. He was an SPC. He was an icon swap at Bobby Moore. Left back packed him. Trezeguet, he was an SPC as well. Witsel was an SPC. Okocha was an SPC. Watkins an SPC, and Kent an SPC, I think. But a lot of SPCs in this team, because they're just the most effective. They're the most effective cards. Like, if you look at someone like Watkins now, he's got. Look at them stats, like, and I got that for like 20k in an SPC instead of going to the shop and buying someone. Instead of going to the transfer market and buying someone like, I don't even know, who can you get for 20k in the transfer market? We're gonna put it up to 10k, and we're gonna put in striker. Like Icardi, he has no pace. Werner, he's decent, but like he's not as good as, he doesn't have the strength or the dribbling of Watkins. Icardi, he's slow. João Felix, that's just too low in rating. Like, if you're going to go to try and play Ultimate Team and actually try and do good at it, I'd recommend using SPCs as much as you can. My 8th tip is to always just don't rush your attacks, because if you're running through on goal and there's a defender, like say if you're turned away from goal and there's a defender on your back, instead of turning into him and just losing the ball, lay it back to like a centre mid. So basically you can go back instead of going forward into your man, and you can create new spaces so you can find gaps in the defence instead of running straight at the defence and just losing the ball. Like, it's just dumb. Instead of just turning at him, running into him, losing the ball, you can find the space, make a gap, find a goal, and get a very important goal for your foot champs. So yeah. My 9th tip is to learn how to take free kicks. If you know how to take free kicks, and then you go into something like foot champs, you're going to have such an advantage on someone, because if you get I can't take free kicks. I know, I can sometimes, but I don't know about them. They're a bit weird. But if you perfect a free kick, if you're in foot champs, I've been on the second half of this, I've been 2-1, like something like 2-1 up, they get a free kick on the 90th minute and score. It's down to if you get good at free kicks, you're going to have an edge on someone. And that as well is what I'm talking about in my next thing, but just with penalties. So the 10th tip I've chosen is penalties. Penalties are very important as well, because if you get into a foot champs penalty shootout or something like that, you want to know how to take your penalties and do them perfectly. With my penalties, I do the timing thing where before I make contact with the ball, I press circle for the next time. If I look over here for a bit, he thinks I'm going there, I can switch my side. He's gone to that side because he thought I was going that way. It's all about looking at the eyes and perfecting your penalties. So people will think that you're going one way because the eyes are looking that way, and then at that second you can switch. He's done it again. He looked over at that side and put it in the other way. That's basically my 10 tips, because if you can do all these 10 tips, you're going to be good at foot champs. I went from getting like silver 2 in foot champs at the start of FIFA, and now I'm getting gold 3, gold 2, so I'm improving a lot. Like, so if you can follow these tips, I guarantee you can improve like me as well, and you can just become a better FIFA player all around. That's the video anyway. If you if you like this kind of video, you can just comment down below and show me like what kind of videos you want to do. If you're interested in like videos like these, you can tell me what kind of videos you want me to do, and I'll do them anyway. I'm gonna do a cheap Premier League team and all this, and like player reviews from my team as well. So if you enjoy this kind of stuff with FIFA, you can just comment below and show me how to do, and subscribe as well if you're enjoying the videos. Thanks anyway, bye.